They say the city never sleeps, but I think it's because it's afraid of what it might dream. Every corner here whispers secrets too many to count and too heavy to carry. I've walked these streets for 20 years, and each step feels heavier than the last. Every case leaves a scar, every lie leaves an echo. And tonight, that echo brought me back. They called me in past midnight, said it was a simple homicide. But there's nothing simple about death in this city, especially not when the victim is one of our own, my partner. Gone without a trace. Until now, I thought he vanished because of burnout. But his last message said otherwise. 3 words that changed everything. They found us. I didn't know what Project Echo was, but the way his body was left told me it wasn't a street crime. It was a message. There's something wrong beneath this city, something no one's supposed to see, and I think Mike did. So I started where he ended, the old district labs near Harbor Street. They shut down years ago, but rumors say the power still flickers at night, and some nights you can still hear machines running. I wasn't chasing a killer anymore. I was chasing the truth. And the truth doesn't want to be found. The first lead. The old lab stood at the edge of the city like a wound that never healed. Its walls were cracked, its windows boarded, but the air still smelled of metal and memory. I broke in through the side entrance. Didn't need a warrant, just a reason. And I had one. Harbor District Biotech, once a government research branch. They said they were studying human memory enhancement, retention. But that's what they always say before the truth rots. Then I found it, a folder half burned, stamped confidential. Inside were reports signed by one name I hadn't heard in years. Elena Voss, Mike's ex-wife, a neuroscientist, brilliant, stubborn, and dangerous when cornered. Back then, she told me science was about saving lives. Now I'm starting to think she meant choosing which ones to save. Who's there? Someone else was here. Someone watching. And they didn't want me finding her. I followed the trail to a locked basement door. Fresh scratches on the handle. Recently inside rows of old terminals, cables coiled like veins, and in the center, a single device still powered. Project Echo wasn't about memory enhancement. It was about memory transfer. Copying the human mind, every thought, every emotion into another host. Mic recording. If you're hearing this, it's too late. They're testing on people. Real people. Elena, she tried to stop it, but his voice, alive in a machine. And for a moment, I felt like he was right there beside me again. You think you're ready for the truth until the truth stares back, wearing the voice of someone you lost. Whatever Project Echo was, Mike died trying to expose it. And now, they'll come for me too. The woman in the shadow. The night gave me more questions than answers. But one name kept burning through the fog, Elena Voss. If anyone knew why Mike died, it was her. She vanished 5 years ago after the biotech shutdown. Some said she fled the country. Others said she was erased. I pulled some strings, favors I shouldn't have called in. And by morning, a location came through. An apartment in the old quarter, under a false name. Elena was, you shouldn't have come here, Carter. They'll be watching. They always are. Detective Vio, 5 years gone, but her eyes hadn't changed. Still the same fire, just dimmer. Like someone who'd seen too much light, too fast. Detective, Mike's dead. I found him last night. Elena, I told him to stop. I told him once you dig deep enough, the city starts to dig back. Detective Vio, she looked like she hadn't slept in days, maybe years. Like she'd been running not from danger, but from guilt. Detective, what was Project Echo? Elena, it started as memory mapping, a way to preserve what's human, the mind, the soul. Then the funding came from people who didn't care about saving anyone. They wanted soldiers who didn't forget pain or death. We called it Project Echo because that's all we could keep, echoes of who they were. But the system, it didn't copy memory. It fractured it. Every subject lost something, names, emotions, sometimes entire years. Detective, you used people, real people. Elena, we had no choice. They were prisoners, forgotten by everyone but the state. We told ourselves we were giving them a second life, but it was wrong. Detective Vio, she was right about one thing: we never stopped to think about what we bury, only how deep. Detective, Mike was investigating this, wasn't he? Elena, he found out the truth. He knew they didn't shut the project down. They moved it. underground. And Carter, they're still running it. Detective Vio, every instinct told me to walk away, but Mike's voice that echo kept me here. Elena hands him a drive old, encrypted, with the CHO scratched into it. Find the lab beneath Sector 9. That's where it all ends. She said ends, but I could feel it. This was only the beginning. The lab beneath Sector 9. Sector 9, the city's forgotten limb. Factories, tunnels, and ghosts of old industries. If you want to hide something, this is where you bury it. Elena hadn't said a word since we left, but her eyes, they kept searching the shadows, like she expected them to look back. Detective, this the place. Elena, the lab's under the old filtration tunnels. They said it was decommissioned, but the generators still hum. Detective Vio, every step down felt like walking through memory itself. Fragments of sound machines, whispers, screams caught in the air like ghosts refusing to fade. The room smelled clean to clean, like the kind of place where the truth gets wiped down after every use. Detective, Jesus, Elena, they're not dead. Their minds are running inside the system. Echoed consciousness. Detective Vio, they weren't people anymore, just reflections. Copies of souls someone decided were replaceable. Everything freezes. Silence. Detective Vio, Mike, he presses his hand against the glass. Inside, the faintest twitch, his partner's eyes move slightly. Detective, he's alive. Elena softly. No, he's an echo. A fragment of who he was before the transfer. That's all that's left of him. Detective, you said you shut it down. Elena, I tried, but the system evolved on its own. It started using the stored data, building new versions. Mike's might just be one of them. Detective, he trusted you. He loved you. Elena looks down, tears mixing with dust on her face. Elena, and that's why I have to end it. She moves to a terminal, typing rapidly. The monitors flicker red. Alarms begin to sound. Detective Vio, the room came alive, lights flashing, sirens wailing. And for the first time, I didn't know who the enemy was, her or the machine. Detective, what are you doing? Elena, freeing them, ending it before it spreads. She presses execute. The pods begin to shut down one by one, lights dimming. The sound of heartbeats fades. Detective Vio, he was gone again, only this time by her hand. Elena turns, trembling, tears streaming. Elena, you can hate me later. Right now. We have to get out before the system collapses. They run through the tunnels. Behind them, sparks and smoke. Machinery hums louder. Distorted voices fill the air, echoes of the past victims fading away. Detective Vio, we left the dead behind, but some ghosts follow you home anyway. The truth that remains. Detective Vio, the city was quiet again. Too quiet. That kind of silence that only comes after something unforgivable. I'd seen too much things I can't explain, things I'll never forget. But memories, they're strange. They don't fade. They just hide until you stop running. He plugs the drive into his laptop. The screen flickers, a single folder appears. Carter, Detective Vio, my name. He clicks it. A series of files open. Case logs, brain scans, classified reports, all tied to him. Detective Vio, I thought I was chasing ghosts, but the trail was leading back to me all along. Soft, haunting piano begins, the same theme from earlier, slower now. Detective Vio, Project Echo didn't start with prisoners. It started with prototypes, with someone they could control, someone they could erase. Detective Vio, Mike wasn't the first detective on the case. I was, only, I didn't make it. The realization hits him. He freezes. The sound fades into a low ringing. Detective Vio, I died 5 years ago, and they brought me back. Not all of me, just enough to remember what they wanted me to. He clutches his head as fragmented flashes of memory burst his own autopsy. Elena crying, monitors showing his brain activity flatlining. Where memories don't fade, they just rest. The light envelops him completely. His chair is empty now, only the raincoat and badge remain on the table. The city bathed in pale gold. The world moves on cars, footsteps, life returning. Detective Vio, Carter Lane, Detective, Memory, Ghost, whatever I was, I kept my promise. City skyline glowing as the sun rises. Soft choral hum fades in. Detective Vio, final line. And somewhere beneath these streets, my echo finally sleeps. And title card appears. Echoes beneath the city.